my channel, and today in this video we're going to study about the development of behavior, a focus on environment. And in this video we'll look into how the foraging behavior of honeybee is dependent upon the environmental condition. Now, in honeybees consist of one queen and several workers. Now, queen is fertile, female, and workers are sterile female. Now, workers do varieties of work in a beehive, but here we will focus on two of their work, that is nurses, that means they help in feeding of larvae, they take care of the larvae, and foragers. Foragers means those who leave the hive and go for nectar collection. That means they have to go outside, leave the hive to collect the nectars. Now, after 3 weeks, what happened is these nurses, they graduated to collect pollen and nectar. That means after 3 weeks, now these nurses have become foragers. Now this transition, that is from nurse to foragers, this is regulated by hormonal changes. And this is studied by Gene Robinson and his colleagues. Now, the nurses are young, whereas the foragers are older. Now, it was observed that, or it was found that in young nurses, the concentration of juvenile hormone is low, whereas in case of old forager, the concentration of juvenile hormone is very high. That means the high concentration of juvenile hormone turns the nurse into a forager. Clear? Now, this has been proved with two conditions. One, what if juvenile hormone is injected early in their life? Then it was observed that they developed into precocious forager. That means they became forager before the 3 week time. Now, in the second condition, what if the corpora allata is removed? Corpora allata is the gland that produces this hormone. So if this gland is removed, hormone won't be produced. What will be the result? Delayed foraging. And this delayed foraging can be regained after injection of juvenile hormone. That means the concentration of juvenile hormone is very important for transformation of a nurse into a forager. Now, in older forager, one more property has been found, that is they have a bigger mushroom bodies. Mushroom body is a anatomical feature of honeybee brain. So inside the honeybee brain, this body, mushroom bodies, they are bigger in size in case of older forager. Now why so? The first reason is once they convert into forager, now their needs are different. They generate a new needs. What is that need? They have to leave the hive. They have to search for nectar. They have to return to the hive. So how many functions they have to do? First, they have to get into a pathway up to the nectar site. There they have to search for nectar. Then they have to return to their hive. So for that, what they need is spatial learning. We already studied spatial learning is a visual learning. They will remember their home by visual clues. That means whatever present around their hive, any particular tree, any particular flower, leaves, straw, paper, whatever it is. So by that visual clues, they will remember their path and will return to their hive. So this is the new need. That's why they have a bigger mushroom body. And next is, though hormones and foraging experience, they did not change the mushroom body size or structure, but they have an influence on the mushroom bodies. That means the juvenile hormone and the foraging experience. Now, what causes the change in juvenile hormone concentration in the bodies of workers? Now, for this, one experiment was performed And in that experiment, the colonies are manipulated so that they will have all the same young age workers. But they observed, though they are all of same age, still the division of labor was observed. That means they have divided their work. So earlier it was thought like, because after 3 weeks the nurse is transformed into a forager, that means it is an age dependent. It is age dependent, but it is not fixed with the age. That means as the bee ages, the transformation in work will happen, but it is not fixed with age, because here they observe that though all the workers are of same age, young age, still the division of labor has been observed. So that means it is not very fixed with the age. So now the next question is, what enables bees to make these developmental adjustments? So one hypothesis was made. According to the hypothesis, the deficit in social encounter with older forager turns a nurse into a forager. That means suppose the nurse bee is present. If this nurse bee is continuously in encounter with foragers, then this nurse will not turn into a forager. But if foragers are absent from their surrounding, then this nurse will turn into a forager. So this hypothesis was made and it need to be tested. So how it can be tested? What the researchers did is they added older forager to a experimental group of young colonies. That means where young nurses are present, there older foragers are added to see the effect of the surrounding. Observation made was, as soon as the older foragers are added to these young nurses, their proportion of transformation into forager became low. That means so now they are not transforming into foragers. The proportion became very low. That means what can be the conclusion? The social environment of young honeybee workers influence their behavioral development, and this will result the release of juvenile hormone, which in turn will become the part of cellular environment and modifies the properties of neurons. That means the outside environment is affecting for the release of juvenile hormone, which is creating again an internal environment for the development of neurons. That means the environment do have an effect in the behavior of the honeybee. That is the conversion from nurse to forager. Now, one question from my end for you all, that is, what if the mushroom bodies are removed from the forager's brain and then the injection of juvenile hormone is given? Do let me know in the comment section. If you found the video informative, please do like, share and subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for the next video notification. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.